Well, good morning, everyone. It's Connor again. And today, once again, we are working on the trailer. And today is actually something I've been really looking forward to. We're going to start getting power in here. Ever since we got this, it's very dark inside. And we wanted to change that with some lights. And thankfully, there's a lot of really good resources on YouTube of people that have done conversions using either DeWalt batteries or some combination of crazy things to make it work. We're going with the traditional car battery option. So let me show you over here. I've picked up a couple of these supplies from Amazon. Wire, fuses, NOCO, GCP, shore power, a battery bank for charging, nice little just terminal box, and then a whole bunch of cable glands, a fuse box, and a 6 rocker panel. Do we need 6 rockers? No. Is it overkill? Probably. But it's future expansion, and I like future-proofing things. So, and we also have these LEDs, LED strip wire. So we're going to actually have bar lights, but they have not come in yet. They'll be in later today. In the meantime, though, I can actually get a lot of this pre-work done and get the battery wired up, get the box wired up, because it's basically a lot of cutting and putting in the holes and all that prep work stuff. So that when it gets here, all I have to do is theoretically just run the wiring in there. Pool noodle. And that will hopefully not be too much of a challenge. We'll see. But I'll post where I got all this stuff below because it's mostly Amazon stuff. It's actually not terrible. And I'm going to build the box, make sure the box actually works, and test it against these lights. So let me get to that, and I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. Okay, so a little update. I have... there goes tools. I have the rocker panel in. I have the fuse board in. I have a terminal block in. And I have my main power wire and just one of these set up to the back of the rocker panel. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so I can test and make sure that all these actually turn on and what have you. Because thankfully, this has a voltage indicator. So if I wire this up temporarily to this battery, then in theory, I should see a voltage indicator. If that works and doesn't blow up anything, at least I know I've got the basic wiring set. Now, I need to modify it all so that the rocker switches can go into the fuse panel and then not have to work my way around. But at least I know, in theory, my system's working. Theory. Okay, I'm going to wire this up and I'll show you the results one way or the other. Wish me luck. It works. So, jerry rig, but all of the lights turn on. I got voltage. It's so pretty. And if I open this up, no brome fuses. Yes! I am so happy. All right. Now the fun part of, mounting things on the wall and getting ready for the lights to show up and running cable runs and, yep. That's going to be the hard part. But that's, at least it's working. It's working. I'm very happy about that. So, yay. Okay, so it's a few hours later, and these aren't the final lights that we're using, these LED strip lights, but I wanted to rig up something just to make sure everything was working, because what we ended up getting as well in our boxes, this NOCO Genius onboard battery charger maintainer thingy mabobber, which is this guy right here. Now, this is not finally mounted to the wall and everything. And what we also got was this NOCO two-way port plug, which this guy right here, which will eventually get mounted to the outside and then obviously poured into the inside so we can have shore power. Now, I'm definitely not doing that by myself, because I don't want to drill a hole into the new trailer by myself. So I'm waiting for Pops to get home to do that one. Yeah, it's because then we're both guilty. But, you just kind of saw it. I have the box on the wall. Now, I only have this one wire up to test, but if I switch it on, I have light. Now, you really can't see here because obviously it's a very bright day out, but as a test bed, at least I know my circuit works, which honestly it's not that complicated of a circuit, but I'm still happy about it. So as my shipping from Amazon keeps getting delayed, I still hope it comes today, although I may have to miss the normal Monday night activities, but at least I've confirmed that the tender works. Yes, the tender works. Tender goes to the battery goes to the box, the battery goes to my surge protector, aka with just a little fuse break here. The fuse goes to control the panel. I'm not going to split it out so it's all that way. I'll just use the negative blocks off. But I can have each single light source come in here and tie it into one of these 6 switches, and it will go up and out to here, while the negative goes to one of these blocks until I run out, in which case then it's going to go over to this terminal block, which is overflow. So yeah, I am very, very, very happy with how that all worked out. So yeah, now it's just waiting for those parts to come in, and once they do, I'll start installing them, and probably the next thing you'll see is a time lapse of me installing it, because it's not really fun or interesting to do, but you just gotta drill a whole bunch of holes and run the wire and hide it and all that jazz. So that's the next step. So yeah, I'll see you guys again in a time lapse, and then be talking to you again when the lights are up, hopefully. Okay, before the time lapse, after many hours of waiting, I finally have my lights. Unfortunately, they're like I suspected, and well, they're one-sided. So I'm gonna have a lot of daisy chain splicing and all kinds of shenanigans to do. It's not the end of the world, but it means I have to be much more concerned about how I run these lights and my wiring diagram and layout. So I might actually draw it first. No, that's not true, not in the slightest. I'll probably just wing it like I always do, but at least I got them. So now for the fun. Alright, so, as you saw in the time lapse, I have put up my right side of the trailer lights. They look much brighter in this than they do in real life. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought they'd be brighter, even daytime, obviously. We'll wait to see tonight. But I have the left side still to do. Unfortunately, these lovely connectors that are way too expensive, we ran out of. And we're out of is I did the math poorly. So I'm going to run up the lights I can, and then I'm going to just basically test it out on a different circuit to see if it's brighter. I think it's just a voltage, maybe it's a voltage issue or a wattage issue. No, it's a wattage issue. We'll see. Hopefully there's a way to make it a little bit brighter. If not, meh, is what it is. So at this point we already bought them and I already wired them up. So, all right, let's put those in. Oh, by the way, toolbox now. Yeah. Got a nice little Black Craftsman toolbox. That'll be very useful for the next video. It's going to be me building the front half of this trailer in tabletop. Stay tuned for that too, but right now, let's just get the rest of these lights up. Okay, so little project update. I have removed my temporary power wire and replaced it with an actual decent cable that I totally didn't cut in the wrong spot with the wrong... Anyway, it doesn't matter. So now I actually have a power cutoff switch. So the way the circuit goes now, which there will be a hole here eventually for this to go to our battery tender, but it goes battery tender, battery, power cable, cutoff switch. Hey. And that kills all the power. So in theory, that means when we have the trailer at the yard and we're not using it, I can just connect the battery power and it shouldn't drain anything like trickle chart or trickle drain, whatever that is. That's what I've been told. I'm pretty sure that works. But yeah, so now I need to actually screw all these lights in because right now they help with painter's tape. But you can kind of see I've run the wire a little bit around. It's going to end up being the zip tie fantasticness because that's for bikers, zip ties. And also, this thing already has a whole bunch of zip ties here too. So I'm not too concerned about adding more. All right, that's going to take me a little bit of time. So I'm going to get to it. So, as you can probably tell by now, we're actually in the yard. And that's for several reasons. Number one, this is about, I don't know, a week or two later than me finishing this project, and the video once again corrupted. So I'm never using that GoPro again because it's been having problems, so sorry about that. But, let me show you the final results. So come into here, and hit my switch, my lights, bam! It looks so pretty. I am so very happy with it. So all these lights are now screwed in. Most of the wires are hidden. You'll see that all in the next video. But I am ecstatic. So we have our power box. We have our battery tender mounted to the wall, our battery there, and actually some lights that are nice and hidden. Once again, next video, you can see for all this underglow for the tool chest, workbench, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. So I am exceptionally excited because this is way more than Love Light. We've tested it. It's great. I'm ecstatic. So, yeah. I'm going to end this video right here. And as I already showed you, the next one's going to be about that workbench. So, seriously, if you made it to the end, I thank you so much. The videos have been doing pretty well. I really, really appreciate everyone who's been watching. It's been great to actually share this with people and see the response. So yeah, I'm going to keep trying to do more things with it because obviously we're getting into the summer season. And as we keep going, we're going to be doing more trips and more things. So this trail is going to get a lot of use. But until then, I'm going to say, if you don't mind, like, comment, subscribe, all the normal YouTuber jazz. It does help grow the channel, so I really do appreciate it. And until next time, have a good one.